and welcome to another installment of the Rodu video series. I'm Rodu, founder of Rodu, and today we are reviewing 3 different movements to warm up that posterior chain. Now, what is the posterior chain? Why is it important to us? Well, basically it's muscles on your backside, especially the lower back muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings, and if you look at their role for you, they're critical in stability, forward propulsion, and force production. Now, from an athletic point of view, that translates to balance, speed, and power, all critical items for athletic performance. So we warm it up in here to make sure it's ready to do work. The last thing we want is to go under load prematurely and cause an injury. So, 3 drills we're looking at are the BirdDog, the Superman Rock, and Good Mornings. Starting off with our BirdDog, we're going to come down on the ground here. And this is a great opening drill for lower back stability, shoulder mobility, hip mobility, also proprioception and kinesthetic awareness. Now, what that refers to is just knowing where your body is in space. Where it is, where it needs to go, how it's going to get there. It's basically a little internal cue that we want to turn on before we get started. So, looking at the BirdDog, we're in a quadruped position. That means we're on all 4s, and you have a nice flat back here. What I mean by that, not overly rounded, not overly arched, just keeping that nice, natural, neutral spine. And from here, you're going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg, as long as possible, and come back. Extend, keeping that flat back, and return. Opposite arm, opposite leg working, and return. Okay? Very simple movement. Again, just kind of warming our bodies up, waking up those proprioceptors, and getting ready to do work. Looking at our set scheme, 3 sets by 10, great basis. If you're doing it for practice, if you're doing it for rehab, go for more, go for 3 by 20. If you don't have a coach to fix your cues, to let you know if you're doing it properly, you can put a nice flat, broad object on your back, whether it be a 10-pound plate or even just a folder. That way, if I rotate as I do this, I have an immediate cue. That folder, whatever is falling off my back, I know I didn't keep that flat back properly. Okay? So very simple thing you can do at home, and give yourself your own external cue. Next up, we're looking at the Superman Rock. So with this is another great drill for lower back stability and that proprioception, kinesthetic awareness. So with this, I like to think of the bottom of a rocking chair. Okay, so you have that nice long arch on the bottom of that rocking chair, and it's going to rock forward and back, forward and back. That's exactly what we're doing here. You're going to extend the body, have a slight arch in the back, bring everything up, and you're going to kick up, forward and back for about 3 by 10. Okay? Quick demo here. Again, extending out, arching the back slightly. I'm going to kick up, rock back, kick up, rock back. Nice and smooth curvature. Visualizing that rocking chair as I go up and back. 3 by 10, again, if you're doing it for rehab, if you're doing it for practice, up that. I was doing it 3 by 30 when I had a little tweak in my back. Really helped me out. That lower back isometric hold, it kind of pulls everything in. Really recommend it. Next up, Good Mornings. So, our posterior chain is now awake. It's ready to start doing some work. Now we introduce the Good Mornings with this. So Good Mornings is a top posterior loaded hip hinge. And what I mean by that is hips are doing the work. Hips are really the drivers in this motion. And the load is going to be on the top in a posterior load. So the setup is very similar to a back squat. I'm using a PVC pipe here. I recommend you do something similar, whether that's a broom handle, yardstick, anything that's just very lightweight, but gets you into this proper position so that when you do want to use a barbell, you want to go heavier with it, you're used to that positioning. So looking at the setup from the side, like I said, very similar to a back squat, about shoulder width stance, bars on our back on the top, slight bend in the knees, and we're driving those hips back, hinging at the hips, squeezing the glutes, finishing full extension up top. Again, down and driving up, going down just like you're taking a bow, keeping that nice flat back. Again, I'm not rounding, I'm not overly arching, I'm keeping a nice flat back and back. Hinge and up. Okay? So, 3 simple posterior drills to warm up. You got the BirdDog, Superman Rock, and Good Mornings. Thanks for joining us again today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.